Hello, dear friends who might be watching this at a later time, and those who are watching now. I sincerely appreciate all of you, both in body and also who are just here visiting in whatever form, paranormal form. My name is Kathleen Whitehead. I am a channel of the aspects of love who show up in many different forms. I'm a light language speaker, which will be part of this transmission tonight. And I am here hoping to give you messages that are helpful, healing, beneficial to you. I start with saying a small prayer of thanksgiving, gratitude for all of this, and ask that my egos be set aside and that messages come through from the aspects of love. Thank you. Diana, nana yeta dai di betiki siato tiana neliata kati tiana kate siana mahotiata ta tiana bakota te di tiana mai. Yeah. Hello, dear ones. We are happy to be with you tonight in your time, in your space, in your present, whenever that present happens to be. We are members of the aspects of love, and we are here to transmit love to you, through you, and to the entire collective of all beings on your planet. Some of our members have form and some do not. It does not matter who comes forward, as we are all part of the same oneness as you are also. We would like to let you know that as the chaos increases on your planet, not only political and wars and 3D type instances, but also your planet is exhibiting some of its own chaos. We would like to let you know that this is all part of your transition to a new time and space that is what you might call your new Earth. Now, that does not mean that the Earth will split. That does not mean that it will feel different, but you will be different. Those who choose to transition to their new personage will be different. And those who do not will notice that you are carriers of light, that you are in a happier space, that you are beaming to beckon them to ask you for assistance, because the transition will not feel comfortable to all. And those who are not comfortable may exhibit some fear, may experience all kinds of emotions and all kinds of holding on to their old ways. Systems will not work as they do now. That systems will, things will change all around you. You are going to be safe. Those of you who find this at a later date will also be safe, because you have found this and you are starting on your way to understanding what's happening. At this point in your time frame, it is wise to seek all of the places in your beingness that require your attention to heal. You may have noticed that you are having experiences of emotional upheaval, of possibly dream state confusion, of all sorts of things that maybe you thought you had dealt with, but they are coming up now to be looked at for this time, because this is the critical time for you to deal with all of your darkness that you might carry, all of the hurts and wounds that you might still hold on to, all of the things that upset you or will tell you this is something that I need to look at. We say critical only because, while this is not the last opportunity, this is the most expedient time for you to do this healing. That is why it is coming up for you. We assure you, you are well loved, well supported, and all you need to do is ask for your beings that are around you, which may be in the form of angels, which may be in the form of guides, which may be in the form of living beings who are around you, who happen to be earthly angels, we'll call them, who are there to help you. And some of them might be there to help you in an uncomfortable way. But just know that all is in good order, and you're just being given a roadmap to your own healing, which will ease your transition, your ascension, your remembering, if you will. We assure you, well, it will not always be comfortable to go through the transitional time. As you will see, there will be an increase in chaos, if you will, in confusion, in unusual things happening. But stay in the space of love and do not yield to a space of fear, which may beckon some people to be fearful, because that is where they have lived for a long time, in that fear. You are safe. And remember, you are part of the one being. This is an experiment on your part, living on this earth in a physical body. You chose to come and do this and be here at this exciting time. So remind yourself, yes, I did sign up for this, and it's going to be okay because I agreed. We're always here to help you in whatever way you need, just to ask, because we cannot and will not intervene in your free will. But if you ask, we will be there with our eternal love, our eternal connection, and our infinite gratitude for you as volunteers on this planet at this time. We leave you with some of our loving language. Titi siananai te keskatai tata ini ala hasieta tiana makoto tiata titi e tata samadato toya namakate siata. Those who are with us in person as we are recording this, if you would like to ask a question, you may unmute yourself and ask your questions.
I have a question. As I relax my eyes and look at Kathleen as she's channeling you and look at the energy around, I'm seeing a lot of really dark energy waves flowing behind her, and then also Kathleen's face is very red, like a dark red color. So I'm just curious, how does that represent who you are, or is that what you appear like visually?
Some of us are from a space which you might call a dimension that is a frequency of color, which we do not have form in the way that you have form, but we have colors. Does the color that you are seeing, does it disturb you?
No, I think it's quite interesting.
Good. We do not wish to disturb. It is merely a frequency, and it is the energy that has come forward to speak with you today. It is actually what you would call a high dimensional frequency, and our Kathleen did ask for that higher frequency and grounded herself with crystals, which assists us in connecting with her. Does that sufficiently answer your question?
Possibly. Maybe I'm just asking the same thing again, but is there a reason that your energy is more visually, I don't know, easier for us to see and distorting Kathleen more than the entities we've had lately? Other than the fact that it's more color?
It is a frequency that she asked for when she asked to connect higher. And like we said, she grounded herself with crystals to the earth.
Oh, okay.
And that brought in this frequency.
Okay.
The identity is just, we're going to call it a layer. It's to be read. The significance is only that it is a different energy that has come forward. It is not better, worse, higher, lower. It is only a different layer, which, as you know, the energies are all around. There's also support from the energies that are hitting the earth. It is not of importance. It just is.
Okay.
But we also appreciate the fact that you notice these things. And we wish to tell you that you will be noticing more unusual things, because that is what has happened, what is happening on your planet,
Mhm.
supported by all of the changes that are coming in. Did that explain it more thoroughly for you?
It did. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you. Is there another question?
Yeah, I have a question. You talked about different entities being around to help us. And I just wondered if you would just give some more specifics for me on, what entities are here and how they might manifest themselves to me. And I do appreciate you telling me that I need to ask more for help.
We prefer to keep this a general
Okay.
kind of communication, but you attract the kind of entities that you love, that you
Okay.
show appreciation for,
Mm-hmm.
that you identify. So each individual might have different kinds of entities. So, for instance, you might have an affinity for extraterrestrials who happen to have a form, maybe someone um, uh, of the commonly known as grays. So that might be someone that you might call on. You might request fairies, angels, other beings that are on your planet, that are around you. Others might request help from ancestors, people that they know that they loved physically in this incarnation.
Mm-hmm.
So, a general way, there's all kinds of different entities that can be called upon,
Okay.
remembering that each all entities are part of the one and remain part of the creation that
Mm-hmm.
create us all. But you call on whomever you would like. If you would like help from an angel, for instance, call on an angel. Something particular about angels, they like to be spoken with verbally. There are those who like to be spoken with mentally,
Mm.
which is in a way, but you get to pick is
Oh,
our answer to that. You can, and if you would like identifiers, you can ask for
okay.
that kind of information. So there's an unlimited supply
Mm-hmm.
of help. Now, make sure you're asking for the right thing. Don't ask for something that is detrimental to yourself or to someone else. And one little thing, they don't give out lottery numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And but because they do not go against your free will,
Mm-hmm.
they cannot do something that will go against what you in your soul have asked for
Mm-hmm.
and determined to do on this earth. We'll just say, if you were in a very sad mood and you say, please, somebody take me out of my misery, that's
Mm-hmm.
not going to happen. But you know, people say that though, and you see that nothing, that doesn't happen. So that's kind of a maudlin example of not doing something that is really against what is best for you. But if you are driving along and the traffic is making you anxious,
Mhm,
you can ask for the traffic to clear
mhm.
and watch. A good way to just kind of play with it. Those are easy things to manifest. So was that helpful to you?
It was very helpful. It made a lot of sense to me. And then some of the things that you pointed out were so sort of focusing on things that I thought were probably true for me. So thank you.
Good, good. Do we have another question?
I have no more questions.
I'm set.
Okay, then we will give you some of our loving language, our universal words. Embedded in this is information that will go straight to your heart. This is my di ga di ana nai la di sia ka tai mea ta tai di a ha ai le ke ti ata mea ti sia ta ki ti ana ma o ia te ke te mea na di ela si ana mai ka ia te ta ti ma tuku se ke te sa iana ta pate patata di nia